Hello, welcome to the Miss Texas Show. This is a show where we highlight our survivors from domestic violence, sex trafficking, and sexual assault. And we also invite community leaders to come and share their stories and resources. We have a segment that we partner with the National Veterans Chamber of Commerce called the Military Time, where we invite military and veterans to share their story during and after their services. Another segment, the beauty segment, is where we invite our beauty pageants, our artists such as actors, musicians, dancers, last but not least, our victims and survivors to share their platforms, what they're doing, and the impact that they are making in this community. If you would like to be a guest on this show, you can email us at missusatexas at gmail, which is msusa at gmail.com. You can also contact us on Facebook through direct message MSUSA Texas. Now, without further ado, today our special guest is Miss Ivory Cross. Miss Ivory,
Hello.
hello, welcome to the
Hi,
show.
everybody. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ivory. I know Ivory is all the way from, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, Inkster, Michigan, right?
Inkster,
It
Michigan.
looks cold
Yes,
out
it's
there.
right outside of Detroit.
Yes, yes, it is cold. I'm wearing like the summer dress. You're wearing the
Yes,
winter coat. Yes. So
very cold.
yes, yes, and Ivory and I came across our passes because Ivory is a victim of domestic abuse from her fiance. It's my understanding, right? And the fiance
Yes,
has been physically violent, and we know that we have received a story from Ivory, but we're gonna let Ivory tell us the story. Tell us a little bit, how you guys met and what happened
okay.
that got worse.
Uh, we met. I met my ex fiance now. I met him in the high school. I met him in high school, and he seemed like the sweetest guy. And then when we were 21, we had our first child, and um, he became verbally abusive, mentally abusive, tearing me down. And 17 months later, we had our second child, right behind, one behind each other. And then um, he became physically abusive with me. He would start punching me. He would kick me, bite me, for little things. If dinner wasn't, he doesn't eat peas, and if I fixed peas for dinner for my kids, he'd slap me awake out of my sleep at times. And then this year, he attacked me. He beat me in front of my children, all through our house. The police came out, and it was crazy. It was so hard for my children to cope with. And I got to the hospital and I found out that he had broken my orbital socket. And so now I require surgery for my vision to return in my right eye because the damage was so severe that he did to my orbital socket. It caused damage to the nerves and the muscles that hold that eyeball straight and make me be able to see. So sometimes I can open my eyes. Sometimes it's involuntary for the most part.
I'm so sorry
Um,
for what happened to you. Do you mind I ask when did that incident take place?
that incident took place in October.
October. Okay. So that has been almost like 3 months, right?
Almost 3 months. Yep.
Yeah, and I saw your picture. That is terrible. And
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
The swelling won't go down because of the damage.
Yes, absolutely. You definitely need the medical assistance. I see that your eyes, they are like, they cannot open just like
Yeah,
voluntarily.
yeah. I can get my left eye open pretty well,
Mm-hmm.
but my right eye it opens when it wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it opens partially, and it just it moves on its own because I don't have control of the nerves or the muscles in that eye anymore.
I understand. And when we did the intro, you said you're from Inkster, Michigan, and
Yes,
close to Detroit. So I would assume that the closest big city is Detroit. Is that correct?
yes, yes.
Okay. So would you be acceptive if some, doctor in this field, whether from Detroit or I don't know, my geography,
Absolutely,
Milwaukee is willing to help you with that?
absolutely.
How far are you from Milwaukee, if you can tell
About
audience?
about 6 hours, I believe.
6 hours. So Detroit is really the closest.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any doctors that can provide this surgery in your town?
Yes. Well, not in my
Okay.
town, but
Okay.
locally, we have a large hospital system in Detroit, so
Okay.
it'll be
Okay.
there.
So it will be the best either locally or in Detroit. Then you would be
Yeah.
accepting the help, whether it's the surgery itself or monetary.
Yes.
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 Okay. And I understand that you have a GoFundMe page, right?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What is your goal of how much does it cost to do the surgery?
For the surgery and the therapy is $5,000 because I'm gonna
Oh,
need physical therapy to regain strength in those muscles.
okay. What about
So
I know these are sort of the immediate help that you will be needing for the physical, the bodily injury, right?
yes,
But for mental health, we want to get you as much help as possible. So to our listeners that are listening, I would think that trauma-informed therapy, meaning mental health, like a therapist, would be
yes.
helpful. Would you like someone to reach out to
I go
you
to
as
therapy
well?
twice a month actually.
Okay.
The domestic violence shelter set me up with therapy.
Okay, that is great. So so you are connected with the domestic violence shelter.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Now,
Yes, me and my children reside in a domestic violence shelter.
so right now you're residing there, and that was my
Yes.
question. That's why I wanted to ask, like, when did that event happen? So right now, I wanted to make sure that you and your children are safe, right?
Yes, yes,
Have
yes,
you
yep.
all filed a police report?
Oh yes, yep.
Well,
They're charging him with aggravated assault, felony aggravated assault.
okay, and will the domestic violence shelter provide you caseworker to attend the
Yes,
hearing?
yep. They
Okay,
provide lawyers, caseworkers. They help me get a PPO.
okay, that is great. Do you know when the hearing will be?
I don't have an exact date because of COVID.
Oh, yes.
The um, the court systems are off right now, so it depends.
So, like for instance, we're here in Texas, and a lot of the courts are doing the telehearing, meaning via Zoom,
Yes,
just like
via
we're doing.
Zoom.
Are they doing that locally at where you're located?
Some cities are and some
Mm-hmm.
cities aren't. And
Okay.
so it takes a while to set it up. It's a long process. They told me when I filed the charges that it would be a long process.
Absolutely. And it unfortunately this has to be related to where you domicile, not that anyone
Yes,
from another part of the country that can help. But if you think of something else that our audience can help, definitely reach out. Now, tell us a little bit more about the. I know that you said you and your ex-fiance now are high school sweetheart, and you have
yes,
kids together, two children, two boys, right?
yes. Two
And how
boys.
how
We
did
had
that?
three. We lost one February 15th, 2020.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Would that is not related to it resulted from an abuse, is it?
Uh, possibly, possibly. It
Oh,
wasn't proven, but it's possible because of how often he beat me.
and
My son was born stillborn.
Yes. Are your kids receiving any kind of therapy? Meaning,
Yes,
the therapist as
yes.
well. Yes. How old are your children?
They are 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Yes, they're way too young. They needed to receive the mental health therapy as soon as
Yes, because
possible.
my 5-year-old has become a mini abuser.
Oh,
So he's
yeah.
very disrespectful with me and very mean to me and just
They
abusive. He's taken on the role of his father in my life.
they're very young, so clearly they don't know what is right or wrong
Right,
from their own judgment because their brains are not fully developed. All they can rely on is their role model, and
right,
naturally, a boy would look up their father as their role model. So in his mind, in not saying that I don't have any therapist degree or
right.
anything, but
But that's
from
the same thing the
talking.
therapist said.
Yes, that's the I have worked with a lot of the victim survivors, and that's what we observe. That's what's happening to them. So it sounds like they definitely need the help. And from my earlier interviews with another doctor, and he's actually has a degree in counseling. He has mentioned about the adverse childhood experiences, and that
Yes,
if anything that is caused to a child like that could result in many problems that you cannot imagine. One of the symptoms being
right,
what you said earlier
right. The
of
things that they have witnessed are very brutal.
yes,
Witnessing him beating me unconscious was very traumatizing for them, and seeing
absolutely.
him choke me on the regular, they're very violent with each other. And
Yeah.
we're working on that in therapy, the violence, but it's a day-to-day effort.
Absolutely. And I think the most important right now is that you are safe and that you are making the steps, you are filing the charges against him, and
Right.
right now it's not in your control, and that you are seeking the therapy for yourself and for your children. And I'm really glad that you have your mom over there who is very
Thank you.
supportive and
Yes,
just
yes, she's my support system. She's 72 and she's my angel.
Yes, yes, definitely. Now, do you know where about your ex-fiance is? Like by with this video that's telling where you are located, would
Oh,
you be safe?
he's incarcerated.
Okay, okay, so you will be safe. That is
Yeah.
important because once
Yep,
again,
he's awaiting trial.
okay, we want to make sure that you are safe. That's the number one thing.
Thank you.
Yes. So
Thank
the
you.
number one priority right now is that we want to seek the help for your eye surgery, right?
Yes,
So we're gonna put
definitely.
in the content section below where Ivory's GoFundMe link will be listed so that you can help donate that. And also, very importantly, if you are a doctor, whether you are in what's the Inkwood,
Detroit,
Inkster,
Michigan,
Detroit,
Inkster,
Michigan,
Michigan,
yeah,
anywhere,
in the close vicinity, I think,
Metro Detroit area.
Metro Detroit area, then we are seeking your help to provide the service to
Please
Ivory.
and thank you.
Yes, and the previous person when you come up with the cost for therapy and the surgery, did the doctor or whoever gave you that information tell you how much time you have? I would assume they're sort of like a time sensitive, right?
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
They say it's a variable,
Okay.
but
However,
it
this
could take. They said about 2 months will cause permanent. 2 more months will cause permanent damage. They're going to
okay.
be permanently damaged.
Yes, so we really just have 2 more months for us to work on. And I know that the altercation took place in October 2020. So that right
Yes.
now we're in the month of January when this video is being recorded. And so we are 3 months in this course already. And please, I urge all of you to
Yeah.
watch this video. Domestic violence rate has gone up due to COVID. It is not a direct cause, but people are staying at home and
COVID is
getting
definitely
out.
there.
Yes, yes. So I really urge all of you to help Ivory here to help her get on the recovery journey. And as I mentioned, we're gonna put
Please
everything.
like and share. Even if you can't donate, please share with your social media platforms. I appreciate any messages, prayers, support, everything.
Absolutely. If you are a minister, if you are a believer, help us with whatever religion you may have. Help us pray. Help pray that Ivory get the needed help in the necessary time within the deadline, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I know
Thank
that
you for
it's really
having me on
hard.
your show.
It
I
is
really
our
look up to
pleasure.
you.
Thank you, Ivory.
Thank you.
We want to provide this platform as a voice for our victims because this is your platform, this is your show, and we
Thank
wanted to
you.
get your words out there to the world so that people can help you. Yes, I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Can you?
Thank you. You're spreading love out here, and that's beautiful. That is wonderful. I
Thank
love
you.
you, and I thank you so much.
I appreciate that this is the theme of the show, hope, love, and unity. I believe that we are all global citizens.
Yes.
I know you're African American, I'm Chinese, and I live in Texas. We have people from, we're the biggest diversity in the country. So everyone is a human
Right.
being. We all matter, and human rights means this the same reason and the same meaning to everyone. Thank you so much, Ivory. Hang in there, stay safe.
Thank
If
you.
you need us, let us know, and we're going to
Okay.
get back in touch. And this is once again the Miss Texas Show. And make sure that you help us share because we need this message to be heard, and Ivory needs the help. And you can reach out
Thank
to us
you.
directly if you are a doctor. This way it will be more
Please
private
and
and
thank
we will
you.
connect with Ivory directly.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you so much, Ivory,
Bye
for getting
bye.
on board. Bye bye.